So this is years after I'd sold my business, right? I was working as a territory manager down in Florida, and I called on a customer. The guy really had a polished business, and he showed me his presentation book. In his presentation book, everything about his business was broken down in cost for the customer to see, including his profit. I was like, what are you, nuts?
Welcome to HVAC Greatness, your weekly source for HVAC business excellence. By subscribing and tuning in here, you'll get insider access to proven strategies, tips, and insights for the HVAC business owner who's tired of the stress and frustrations and struggles that are common to HVAC. Let's redesign your new, highly organized, and hugely profitable HVAC business where being an owner is fun again.
So yeah, I won't mention his name here because I haven't gotten his permission, but this was a guy that I called on. I inherited the account, and he was really a sharp guy. He had an open book arrangement in his presentation system, and the cool thing was he did really well. He quickly earned his customers' respect and trust by having this type of system. But the point I wanted to make here was about us as individuals, as business owners. And we're talking here about your ego. What happens in the real world many times is we'll go into this customer's house and we're thinking about ourselves. How can I get the most out of this interaction? How can I make the most money? And the customer is thinking, how can I get out of this as cheaply as possible? How can I get this work for as little money as possible? And now we have this offset from the first moment. And here lies the problem, okay? This is ego. We're just worried about me. But a balanced arrangement, and if you've ever had a customer like this is a really cool thing, where you go in and you really get good service, you have your book pricing, you open it up, you present it, and your customer looks at it, doesn't question it, chooses, no quibbling, no bartering, no games, and the work proceeds. Everybody shakes hands, and it's just great. The customer got a great job because you made enough money where you could take your time and do it right. You made a profit that was fair, and you're saying to yourself, man, I wish I had more customers like that. Well, there is your opportunity. That is where you want to be. Okay, this is what you want to focus on. So let's talk about this. What if you took care of your ego back in the office? What if you took care of all your pricing? You knew, you pre-negotiated, or you pre-calculated, is a better word, exactly what you need to charge for all of your products, your services, overtime, whatever the arrangement is, and a healthy and a fair profit was calculated in. In addition to that, what if you had already calculated the additional steps that as a company you needed to make in the discovery phase, looking for additional opportunities that not only served your company's interests, but also your customers' either needs, interests, or potential desires? You know, you don't know if a customer wants something until you offer it. So this being part of your process. So if you calculated financials and in terms of pricing, you've looked at and you have cookbook pricing in terms of replacement, and you have other calculations predetermined if you had to add additional line set or flue or any of the extras, electrical upgrades and things like this that are random that you can just add on and you're covered, right? So there's plenty of software companies out there, plenty of good companies that do that. And then you've worked on your processes. You've worked with a coach or somebody, or there's plenty of organizations that can help you do this, in which your system allows for you to continually discover and find additional opportunities. So you have a process that your service techs follow, your maintenance techs follow, your comfort advisors follow, even your installers follow. Everybody that touches the customer service rep, they follow these looking for an opportunity to better serve. So you've already up front done your ego. You've taken care of yourself. So what does that leave for you? Well, it just leaves your customer. It's already been figured out. So you're going in, you're focused on customer service. If you think that the consumers aren't aware of what you're doing, aren't aware of where your head is, then you're all wrong. And if you all automatically think that by offering additional products and services that your customer thinks you're just trying to sell me something, they may articulate that verbally as a test, but not everybody thinks that way. What you're going to do ultimately is you're going to create the law of attraction. The law of attraction. You've heard that. You've heard the books. You've heard the blah, 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 whatever. Guys, this stuff is for real. If you put yourself out there and you have established this is what our business requires in order to give great service, but you always, always, always give that superior service, that superior experience, that over-the-top warm and fuzzy feeling for every customer every time, because you've pre-established all of this back in the office through pricing structures, through all these things we're talking about, putting your systems together, your processes together, training, role playing, everything's in place, and then you act upon this. Guess what you're going to start to draw? Guess what you're going to start to attract? You're going to start to attract those kind of customers that want to work with businesses like that aren't just always trying to scam and create an angle to make a little bit of profit. If you're one of those guys that goes out to some little old lady's house at 11:30 midnight in the heat of the summer and her AC's down, and you just go for it and you charge her $700, $800, $900, knowing that it's something that you could have done in 10 minutes, shame on you, right? You need to determine up front what an overtime call value truly is for you, for your employee who has to get up out of bed and go if they're on call, and hold to that. These people, if you put a customer in a desperate situation, then they may respond once, but you'll never have that customer again. You got to have integrity, right? And that's what this is all about. Professionalism and integrity and great customer service. And great customer service speaks to the customer. But doing yourself the proper service back in the office and getting your house in order before you ever come out and knowing what you need to charge. And even like my buddy back in South Florida used to do, showing them with that open book method. He was pretty transparent. That was the idea there. The point is, you're going to attract people who appreciate that. You're going to attract customers who understand, okay, I'm not here quibbling price. Now I'm just trying to get the best job for my home. My place of refuge where my family is safe. Where little Joey in the corner is sneezing from allergies out in the street, but not when he gets home, because my service provider offered relief, indoor air quality relief. Not because he was just trying to sell me something, but because he was looking and he was observing, and he made a recommendation with a potential solution that worked for our family. Okay, and I'm rambling a little bit, but that's the point, guys. When you put your business together, first of all, if you get your license and you hang your shingle out, as they used to say, you put your website up and you start passing out your business cards, people call you and you respond, and somebody calls you and then you respond, and you do this for a period of time. I know technically you have a business, but really you don't have a business. You don't have a business. When your customers, when the weather and the sense of urgency of your customers dominates where your business goes, you're being led. You're not taking charge. You're not taking control. You're being controlled. And what you have is, instead of a business, is a temporary opportunity. And it will only last as long as your energy lasts, and as long as your health lasts, and as long as you can keep it up. And many people grow old doing this. They never really have a business. They're still in the field. They're still in the attics. They're still on the rooftops. They're still crawling under houses. They're still, putting Band-Aids on all their cuts from the sheet metal or what have you. And they think they have a business. And they think they can sell that one day. Nobody's going to buy that, guys. That's not a real business. If you really want a professional business, it's not that hard. You just need to come together, put the process together, and put the systems in place, and put all your systems in place. And then at that time, you can actually begin to enjoy control of your business, direction of your business, and structure it in a way that's profitable for you, but yet it gives your customer the best service. I may be speaking a little vaguely to some of you, but those of you who have been down this path, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those of you who have done some of these things, you know exactly what I mean, right? So Pete Ramsey here, HVAC Greatness. Hope that helps out everybody today. And anyway, you guys have a great day. Be careful out there. And as always, HVACgreatness@gmail.com. Hit me up if you need any help. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Hey, it's Pete. A quick thank you for joining me today on HVAC Greatness, or maybe just letting me keep you company as you're out running about. Either way, I sincerely hope that you picked up on something today that might help you and your business progress on your journey to HVAC Greatness. Want more? Make sure we stay on the air. Share the podcast with a friend, rate and review it, and be sure to subscribe to our email list at hvacgreatness.com so that you don't miss anything. This is Pete Ramsey signing out and reminding you why your customers love your business and what makes your company great. In one word, you. So let's keep refining your already good image and make it truly great.